Today I'm testing the battery life and step tracking of all my wearables. I walked 100,000 steps in one day, almost 70 kilometers, using Apple Watch Ultra 3, Garmin Fenix 8, Garmin Epix Gen 2 Pro, Apple Watch Ultra and even the UltraHuman Ring Air. Which device counts more steps? Which one survives the day? Let's find out. And here on this channel we answer one question. How can we lose the dead bot with the help of devices? And that is why we're testing the best one for the job. Tomorrow I'm walking 100,000 steps in one day. Wish me luck, guys. I put on all the gadgets on one hand and now I look like cyborg. Trying to sleep, but I cannot fall asleep. I woke up at 4:40 in the morning and waited myself. I was already walking right there in my apartment. I got ready, took all the stuff I needed and then drove to the center of Vilnius. Let's go for a walk. I started my long walk in the center of Vilnius. Just look at this. Gediminas Tower, cathedral, beautiful. I already have 1,000, so only 99,000 to go. After some time I started having issues wearing all the gadgets on one hand. It was just too much. First, it wasn't convenient to check steps and battery levels, and second, the main problem, the Apple Watches were pausing workouts under my jacket. So what I did was I separated them, some on the left hand, some on the right. The morning was very quiet and the sun was starting to rise. I finished my first 10,000 steps. Then I sat in my car to warm up a bit. So I was circling around my car and now I see that I have first 10,000 steps. 10,056 steps, 91%. 9,900 steps, 78%, 92% and 10,087, 9,905 steps, 82%. I had my first meal and then I started walking again. I kept moving further along the river. While I was walking, I saw some ducks. What's up, duck? And I stopped for a bit near a climbing wall. I'll definitely come back here with my kids. We'll do some crazy climbing for sure. After that, I had my morning coffee. It was really warm and tasty. This was a very rare day because it was sunny. I need glasses. Now it's much better. Usually in Vilnius, autumn is gray and cloudy, but today was different. I'm enjoying this morning so much. And after I hit almost 20,000 steps, here are the battery results. 19,915 steps and 83%, 18,000 steps, 870, 67% on the battery, 87% and 19,982, 19,200, 73% on the battery. UltraHuman Ring Air just checked 18,600 steps. So as you can see, the leader here is Fenix 8, exactly as expected. And the weakest link in this chain is the first generation Apple Watch Ultra. This watch isn't new, but the battery health is still 100%, so technically it's like new. I kept walking, did some stretching because I started to feel really stiff. I bought some real meat protein and while I was filming I almost hit a dog. The dog just stood there looking at me, probably thinking I'd share the meat. But no, the meat is mine. So from 20 to 30,000 steps, it went really fast. I'd say it was quite easy. And from the start, it is already about 4.5 hours of walking with continuous GPS tracking. That's 22 kilometers, more than a half marathon. Oh, showers are not working. I want to take a shower. And yeah, here are the results. 30,100 steps and 75%, 55% battery. 28,800, 30,200 steps, 81%. Ultra 3, we have 28,400 steps and 63%. Oh, and as usual I forgot to check the UltraHuman Ring Air steps, but I will check it later. You probably know this is my second 100,000 steps challenge, and this time I prepared a bit better than last time because now I'm wearing my Nike running shoes and honestly I think I'm not going to get blisters this time. What the heck is this? My goodness. Where am I? And the next checkpoint is 50,000 steps. And let's check the batteries now. Garmin Epix Gen 2 Pro has 59% and 49,945, 32%, 47,800 steps. Garmin Fenix 50,000 steps, 50,100 and 71%. Ultra 3, 43% and 48.2 steps. And after those 50,000 steps, my brain finally understood that I was actually pretty tired, like really tired. So I decided to rest a bit in a shopping mall. I lay down in a comfortable place looking at the ceiling, and you know what? My head started to feel dizzy. After maybe 15 to 20 minutes, I eventually woke up, got up, and continued my journey. I bought some tea to warm myself up a bit. Oh, I feel so warm now. And after that I felt a real boost, and I understood that I really could do another 50,000 steps. No one knows what is this shit. I decided to go up to the top of GARMIN's tower. After maybe half an hour, I was already on top of the hill, and just look at this beautiful view. Vilnius is so beautiful and cozy. This is the old town, the three crosses, and when I decided to record myself, the wind almost blew my phone away. I caught it just in time, walked another 10,000 steps, and yeah, I reached 60,000. 60,000. Oh my god. As you can see, the Apple Watches are giving up bit by bit, and the most interesting question is this: will the Apple Watch Ultra 3 survive until the end? 60,000 steps is about 42.5 kilometers, and as you know from the beginning of this video, that day I walked almost 70 kilometers, so there were still 27 left, and that's no joke, because by that point I was already really tired. I started filming less and less. I came back to the center of Vilnius, saw some monsters, and I even visited the portal to USA. If you have something like this in your city, let me know in the comments. After that it started to get dark, and honestly it happened pretty fast. And when I reached 70k steps on my Garmin Fenix 8, here are the results. As you can see, the first gen Apple Watch Ultra is starting to die. Only 8% battery left, and compared to that you can see a clear, huge improvement in the Apple Watch Ultra 3 battery. So only 30,000 steps left to reach 100. At this point I officially confirmed the death of the first generation Apple Watch Ultra. After 11 hours and 40 minutes of GPS tracking, 73,000 steps and almost 54 kilometers, it was done. All the other wearables still had some juice left. The clear leader is, as you can see, is the Fenix 8, and this time, unlike my previous 100,000 step test in Malta, the Garmin Epix Gen 2 Pro is holding the charge really well, much better than last time. And if you compare the step counts, you'll notice something interesting. Garmin's show more steps, Apple Watch is in the middle, and the UltraHuman Ring Air shows the fewest steps. So keep that in mind when you're choosing the right gadget for losing that dead bot. When I reached 70,000 steps, I started circling not far from my car, and honestly I was really impressed by how well the Apple Watch Ultra 3 was holding the battery. Not only the Ultra 3, the Garmin Epix Gen 2 Pro also surprised me, because last time when I did this test in Malta, the only watch that survived until the end was the Fenix 8. So now I'm in my car at 90,000 steps, and just look at the battery SOCs. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 still has 5% left, and honestly I really hoped it would survive until the end, but I'm not spoiling anything, you'll see it yourself. The Epix Gen 2 Pro still has 27, the Fenix 8 is the undisputed leader here, 50% battery left. Ow, 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 oh shit, oh no. So Ultra 3 almost survived the 100,000 step walk with continuous GPS tracking. Almost, but not yet. So I guess we'll wait for maybe the next generation will survive my ultimate test. And saying that I was tired, that's saying nothing. I was super duper tired. I hit 100,000 steps on the Fenix 8, and that's where I stopped the experiment. I was basically crawling to my car at that point with completely tight leg muscles, and I just drove home. Let's hope that I'll be able to drive. First I want to say that next morning I weighed myself and I had lost 1.8 kilograms, almost 4 pounds. This is the result table. If you're curious about the Garmins, they were set to all satellites plus multiband. Both Apple Watch Ultras had 100 battery capacities, so the winner here is the Fenix 8. And honestly, I'd say this is one of the best options for losing the dead bot. Not because it's perfect, but because it lets you focus on the work, not on the battery. You just move, track, recover and repeat. That's what actually matters. And if you're still wondering which watch to choose, watch this video. Maybe your doubts will finally melt away.